What's up, Virgo? Happy New Year. It's your girl, your fitness mystic. And today we're going to figure out what it is that you're transforming in the month of January. If this is your first time here, welcome. Let's go ahead and find out what you're transforming in January, Virgo. All right. Highest vibrational messages for the sign Virgo. Which chakra or which chakras are we looking at today? What center points is Virgo transforming in the month of January 2024? Thank you for these messages, Spirit. Woo! All right. Virgo, let's go ahead and drop down all the Virgo emojis. I want to see the Virgo sign. I want to see like an earth sign. What else? What other emojis embody Virgo? Would love to know. Also, Virgo, oh my goodness, how are you? Seriously, how are you? How have you been? We're going to pause right here. How have you been? I work with astrology, I research, and also, we've been pulling cards for you for a little while now. And Virgo, I know that you've been going through some changes. Your sign deals with health. Your sign deals with your digestive system, just in case, just so that you know. Your sign deals with daily routines, activities, also kind of like your workforce, the workflow type of thing. So if your day-to-day routine, if your health, your body, your digestive system to be exact, has been a little bit like in fluctuation, like highs and lows, or maybe you're like, no girl, just lows. I'm so sorry. But just know that this is always happening for you. It's never happening just to you. You're not a target. But this is what's occurring right now at the moment with the cosmos, okay? Remember that you are part of a bigger mission. Not just your own life mission, but also to the collective and to the planet and the planet itself, to this entire existence. So it's important that you experience and you play out the transits and alignments that you have for your sign and who you are and what you identify as, okay? Because you're not just a Virgo, there are many things in life. But we're talking about the Virgo in you, okay, right now. So, my friends, we got one card that came out for you, okay? And then you also have the bottom of the deck, which I'm going to read, because the bottom of the deck for me is like the overall arching theme of the reading. So, take what resonates, leave the rest, Virgo. But you have number 29, Awakening the Genius. All right, so we said number 29. 2 and 9 comes out to like a number 11. Number 11 in esotericism is about the ascension, right? Ascendant masters. So 11 is like a pillar, but it's the very beginning of an ascendant master's trajectory. And so 11 is basically like the awakening. It's the awakening of the master. It's the foundation of the awakening. So you, my friend Virgo, may be moving through your own form of awakening. Obviously, and the awakening is always happening within first. And I always say this, transformation in health and fitness, it's always inward first. It's always your mindset, right? And how you then change up your inner verse. And then all of that will then show up in the outer verse and how you look in your body and the foods that you eat and how you talk to people and how you express yourself, your communication and your relationships, right? How well your job, you're doing it, all of that stuff, right? So the awakening starts within you first. So Virgo, for the month of January 2023, you are transforming your throat chakra. You're transforming the way that you express yourself, the way that you communicate, and also the way that you are being communicated to, the way that you receive communication. So the throat chakra, a little bit about the throat chakra. The throat chakra is located right here, and it is a blue hue color. So maybe you want to bring in more blue in your life. Hey, you want to bring in more blue in your life in order to activate that color, because color, sounds, and numbers, are frequencies, and they always have a connection to how we perceive the reality, how we're experiencing something. If I would have been wearing red right now, you would have been also interacting with me in a different kind of way just because of a different color. That's just how it is. I'm wearing blue, so now you're feeling this way. It's just numbers, sounds, colors, all frequency. So maybe you want to bring in more blue, okay? Now the throat chakra, like I said, is about your communication. So yes, in the month of January, you are going to be getting an opportunity to learn or to express yourself in a more authentic way, in a more awakened way. But awakening genius, to me personally, for you, it's almost like an inside job. Like, whereas maybe we're looking at like, oh my God, what is transforming in my life? Like, Am I going to get that job? Am I finally going to be able to have that amount of money? Am I going to finally be able to take that trip? Will I finally get married? Will I move out by my own? I'm not going to give you any of that. But what I am going to tell you is what's happening with you. And what's happening with you in January is something inside of you. We'll call that life force. We'll call that kundalini rising. We'll call that consciousness expansion. That's what's happening in January. And I just saw 555 on the screen. Take what resonates, leave the rest. 5 is in astrology the house of your pure joy. 555 is actually 15, and 15 is reduced to a 6. And I just saw 6 right now, so maybe that's what that is. But a 6 is basically like a hermit kind of card. It starts at the top, it goes through the dark night of the soul, and it goes back into itself, into this introspective hermit mode. So take what resonates, leave the rest, Virgo. But for me, it's kind of seeming like you're either in January going through this deep dark night of the soul, or you're going through this deep awakening within yourself where you're realizing new things about yourself, about who you are, how you feel about things, how you feel about certain people, a belief system, how you no longer want to do things, your ideology and concepts on life, on a group, everything. This is like a pure awakening. So you are recalibrating, reanalyzing, reobserving the way that you've been living and now how you want to go forward. Okay? Communication is not just about how you express yourself and how you express your needs and what you like and who you are, right? But it's also about how you're receiving that communication, how you're allowing things to marinate, and then how that impacts then your reply, your response. Are you listening enough? Are you listening well? Are you just always talking? Are you not listening enough? And are you ignoring what you're listening? Are you actually listening, or are you just hearing? Because those are two different things. Hearing, listening, very different. Right? So all of this pertains into your awakening. Also, not just what you're hearing from others, but from yourself. What is it that you're hearing yourself, or what is it that you're actually listening about yourself, right? In your own headspace. Communication overall. And I also want to mention, last thing about that, is that the throat is actually in between your heart and in between your third eye. And your heart is about your truest, most purest form of joy, and your most authentic connection to the things that bring you love and makes you feel loved. And the third eye is that with which you use to visualize your future, right? And foresee things. And maybe go back into the past, but that's more of like a sentimental thing. But the future is the third eye. So when people talk to you, or when you talk to people, right, it's coming from the heart, it's coming from your third eye, your visualization, how you can see things, foresee things, your sense of compassion for that person, or lack of, right? Just because it's heart does not mean that it's pure. It can be like a tainted heart, it can be a blocked heart, it can be a fragmented heart, or it can be a whole heart, right? The third eye also is your ability to see the future. So when someone talks to you and you receive that information, are you receiving it? Are you allowing it to come down into the heart, allowing it to marinate and see how you feel about that, receive it with compassion or lack of? And also the other way, are you able to receive this message and actually foresee what this message is actually suggesting? Right? Like, are you connected to that piece of information or not? How connected are you to your connection to communication in general? So I think I shared a lot about this card. I do want to go into the bottom of your deck, number 39, which is a third eye card. I say it like that because I haven't had a third eye chakra come out in the readings just yet. But for you, Virgo, it has. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Wish upon a star, number 39. We have number 29. We have number 39. 10 days apart, 10 weeks apart, 10 months apart, 10 years apart. You choose. 10. 10 numbers apart, whatever, but the number 10. 10. The number 10 is also completion. It's like, you did it. You did it. You did it. That's it. Dun, 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 dun. Like, you're done. Okay? I just want to put that out there. Wish upon a star, though, connected to the third eye, is exactly that. You're wishing. So notice how her hand is on her heart, but her eyes are closed. Look how, and it's also the illustration is of a child, which is like of pure connection to source, pure connection to desire, pure connection to want. So Virgo, what this is saying is like, you need to connect to your genius in January. You're being gifted an opportunity to connect to your genius. The connection to your genius is also through your inner child. Something about your old, new, young, old. It's almost like, oh man, what are the words? Wisdom, naivety. Is that the way to say it? Naivete. Those are the words coming through right now. And the reason why I think they're coming through, and the way that I'm seeing it like this, you see it, right? It's like literally like life, and not death in the bad way, like rebirth. The cycle of life. This message right here is the cycle of life. Wow. This is, woo, profound. Sorry, I just got a big chill behind my back. Okay, Virgo. Something about January is gifting you the opportunity to see your life like as a whole arching theme. You're basically seeing life like birth, life, death. You're seeing life as it is. Therefore, you're having this huge awakening to be like, wow, life is so vulnerable. Life is so delicate. I need to live this life, and I want to live it how I want to live it. And maybe that's the awakening that's happening, you know. I don't want to be a servant of the outcomes that happen to me in life. I want to be on top of it and empowered that this is just my life and this is how my story is. You know, the child here is wishing upon a star with their eyes closed. And it's to say, like, wish like you were a child. Like, you don't know the karma. Like, you don't know the bad things and the bad influences and the bad people in life. Like, be ignorance is bliss, that kind of concept. Kind of, I'm trying to use a different kind of saying, but it's like I can't come out with it. But there's something, innocence. I'm like, why is it so hard? Innocence and wisdom. Pray with innocence. Lead with your heart when you pray. Wish upon a star with innocence. Desire something and believe in it, in your wish, in your desire, as if like a child. Like knowing that the prayer is going to be held in the system that you are in, which is life experience, life force. And know that it has an effect on who you are and for the rest of your life. And there's just so much going on right now with this reading, and there's only 2 cards, but like I see so much happening right now. There's like a burst of awakening relative and connected to your inner child. Something from your childhood, something with your third eye, that you're able to visualize something for your future in correlation with your inner child, with your past, with your childhood. Something innocent within you wants to wish for something. You're awakening and realizing that that's important. Something along those lines, you guys. It's very, very interesting. You have an overarching theme here of life. You are awakening to new possibilities for your life, Virgo, in the month of January 2024. What do I recommend for you as your fitness mystic? I'm so glad you asked, Virgo. So I would highly recommend for you to, couple things. Consider intuitive stretch. Consider intuitive stretch here on the channel, because it's a 45-minute meditation in motion. It's a practice to allow yourself to relax your nervous system, expand your heart, relax the thoughts in your head, and really connect with your heart and identify and discern what is yours, what is not, what are your thoughts, what is not, what do you feel, what do you don't feel, all of those things in 45 minutes through a practice of stretch, oracle, breath work, all of that good stuff, okay? Take a look at it. A couple other things I would recommend for you, honestly, journaling. If you're not journaling, Virgo, this month, like, you might be passing up an actual opportunity to learn about your process. So I would highly encourage you to journal, even as simple as doing it on your phone, on your iPhone. Journal down, you know, something. Every day, before bed, something like that. And I think it'll be to your benefit, okay? Thank you so much for watching, Virgo. If you enjoyed this, please give this a like. And maybe share it with someone, maybe another Virgo that you think may resonate with this. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Mwah. Bye, my Virgo.